Hello and welcome to We Got a Podcast, the podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z. From Earth to Namek to Sadala, we cover it all. My name is Doug.
And I'm Randy.
Like I almost forgot what we covered. We covered it all. Everything. We're the world's strongest under the heavens duo here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. Randy, how you doing, man? What's new with you?
I'm doing pretty dang good. I am drowning in video games, though, Doug.
Input? Oh, okay. Yeah. Video games.
Yeah. The gaming apocalypse is upon us, or me. So we got...
Yeah, something about Bayonetta coming out and...
So many things, Doug. Persona 5 Royal hit on everything. So
again,
pick that up on Steam. I'm now like 21 hours into that.
Jesus.
Resident Evil Village DLC dropped on Friday. I beat that on Saturday.
Right. Those walking dolls were creepy as hell.
Oh yeah, I did not expect that, and I was
an
terrified.
Awesome. Yeah.
Bayonetta 3 also dropped the same day as Resident Evil, so I'm on chapter 12 of 14, so I'm almost done.
Damn.
And then next Tuesday, which I guess would be the day before this drops, Sonic Frontiers is out. So
is that when it comes out? Oh, I am so excited, and not for the reason you think. Sonic games and me, I don't like them at all as much as everyone else, but I can't wait to see the Game Grumps play Sonic Frontiers. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah. This game looks competent, though, but don't they all before release? So we'll see.
I don't know. They're very confident in their presentation of everything. So I've got my fingers crossed.
They trick us every time. They're like, this time's going to be good. It's going to be a good Sonic game. I'm looking at it like, no, I don't think so. Like, they finally introduced a new mechanic where, like, Sonic can, like, run around an enemy and it destroys them. Mm-hmm. I always thought about that being, like, because now in this 3D world, you need to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't patent it, and they took the idea, and now they're gonna make millions off of this. But I didn't say anything. No one knows that I had this idea, just me. So say la vie.
Right. And then we got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming out in a couple of weeks. So
yeah,
obviously,
still deciding if I want to buy that or not. Man, it's just, if it was like $20, I'm there day one. But $60 for a fucking old ass looking game with the same mechanics and nothing new. But it's still Pokemon.
Have you looked at anything on this game? There's a lot of new stuff to it, dude.
I mean, new in the sense of, like, updating, like, graphics and just making me...
No.
Everything running a windmill that doesn't fucking jitter.
Oh, no, the performance looks hot garbo. It's the mechanics, though. Like, you can throw your Pokemon to go out and battle and auto-battle things for you while you run around and, like, do other stuff.
That just seems like just the game's going to play itself for me. I'm not going to...
You don't have to do that.
Streamlining everything, yeah. Just like you don't have to share your XP with all your Pokemon, but then it becomes automated. Now everyone gets XP.
I will say definitively, anybody who complains about XP share should go jump in a lake, because It
has the same effect on me as when I download mods for like Skyrim or Fallout. It's like, oh yeah, now it makes the game easier. Oh, now it's too easy. It loses some of the appeal of like me having to train. I lose that bond with each Pokemon that I like. Now it's your turn, Butterfree. I'm going to send you out to get to level up. No, it's just like, no, now Butterfree's in the corner. He can level up by himself. I don't need to worry about or form a bond with him.
I don't have time to raise all these goddamn Pokemon.
Of course you don't have time. You play so many games.
No, also I'm 30-something, so I don't got time for that. Thanks for respecting my time, video games. JRPGs that don't do that, I'm so furious. I'm playing Persona.
Persona Royale for the 5th time.
Just
because it says Persona 5 doesn't mean you got to play it 5 times, Randy.
This is actually, I only ever made it past the second palace before, and I just made it past yesterday, so now I'm into stuff I've never played before. So like
that game is fantastic.
Yeah, I never beat it before, so this is...
Me neither. I still have to beat it once.
It's my 3rd time purchasing it, but you know.
Right.
That's the first time I'll actually get anywhere. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to die from video games, and I haven't even tried Elden Ring yet, which I know is also a big time sink.
Never want to try that. It's not for me.
Yeah. What about you? I've been talking about video games for far too long.
No, I mean, I guess I'm in the same boat. I've just been playing It's a little game that we might be talking about a little bit later. Dragon Ball Breakers.
Never heard of it.
That's actually why I'm a little late today. I was like, Randy's waiting for me. Like, we do this at 8 o'clock on the dot, and I'm like, oh shit, it's 8:05, but I'm about to win, and I lost, and then I'm
I would have forgiven you if you won, but since you lost,
nah, I didn't get so lucky.
No, that's okay.
I came back from a trip from Mexico too. That's also. I was like
right.
thinking, like, what do I do with my life? Oh yeah, I went somewhere. I actually touched grass, and it was lovely. Got a lot of good footage out of it.
Yeah, I just saw your TikTok yesterday of like going through everything. Man, that was good. That looks so fun.
It does, especially when you condense a 5-day trip into 30 seconds. It makes everything way more fun. Take out all the bad stuff.
What bad stuff happened? No, don't tell me about the bad stuff. Tell me about the highlights. Tell me good stuff.
I lost an arm. I know this is an audio podcast, so you can't see, but I'm armless now.
You're Gohan. Your future Gohan now.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
I'm married Videl. Oh, you mean future alternate timeline? No.
Alternate, where he loses his arm and then he dies.
Yeah, no, but it was fun. We saw like a huge soccer game. Like it was like sports, but it was still awesome to be in that environment. So it was like the game before the final showdown. I don't know. I'm sure there's a word for it.
I'm pretty sure they just call it the final showdown.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you and I watch anime so much. Yeah, that's what they call it in sports anime, the final showdown. So that's what it is, and not the playoffs or anything or the finals. But it was like so rowdy. Like they where we sat. There's like where the most fights happen, if fights do happen, which they do happen, they had to confiscate our belts because they could be used as weapons if fights or riots broke out. So we had to go buy new belts the next day, holding up our pants with our hand. Holding up our pants by our belt. Yeah, it was something else.
I'm going to say something. Sports people are wild, and y'all need to chill the hell out. Like, nobody does this shit at anime conventions where they're going to use their belts as weapons. First of all, we have our swords.
We have our swords, and they are not that bladed. The front desk makes sure before we walk in with our bladed swords that they're not. Exactly.
But, like, if my boy Cloud Strife doesn't win the costume contest, I don't, like, I'm going to take this chair and break things. Like, I don't...
Well, imagine if there was, like, a big like theater seating of like Dragon Ball Z versus One Piece or something like that. The fans would definitely riot and like start shit. So it's a human nature thing. You choose like your side and you're like, no, this is like basically my child. Like this, if you disrespect my child, you disrespect me.
Oh well, then I guess I just don't like humans, which is great because then I can murder them.
Who does?
In Breakers.
Okay. I thought you were going a little darker than darker than that. I'm like, oh well, this is
No, I'm not advocating
in game,
not actual human murder.
Please kill me in game.
So
yeah, Dragon Ball: The Breakers.
Yeah, so we've thrown it around the name a couple of times, but what is it? It is an asymmetric online multiplayer survival co-op game that was developed by Dimps, the same people that brought you the Budokai series, and more recently, Xenoverse.
Don't know them as much.
It's currently available on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
It is on Switch. Whoops.
Yeah. There is no cross-progression or cross-play between platforms. So... Which is weird because everything's kind of been moving towards that. And now it's
but except this. Because when the beta came out, I played it on PS5 and then so like I leveled up and like I got all these characters, all these weapons, all these level ups, and then everyone on our friend group was like, yeah, I'm gonna play it on Steam only. I'm like, yeah, but it's not crossplay. So I bought it on Steam and lost everything. But whatever.
You're like Kid Goku in GT. You lost it all, but you get to go through it all again and get stronger.
Through all with my friends, yeah.
Big, beefy, and hairy, and more powerful than ever before.
We need to play this. Like it's like what 7 or 8 player, including the raider. We need to play this together with everyone, not randos, because I think it'll be so much fun doing that. With like talking with each other, like, oh, you can't get me. It's like, no, I'm gonna get you. I don't know. Have this wild fantasy of having fun.
The wild fantasy of having fun with a video game. I know. Totally crazy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what it's like. First off, you jump in there, you get a character creator.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising, but no, it makes sense. Because I thought at first they would just let you be Bulma or Oolong and just the farmer, but you get to create your own dang character. Mm-hmm.
Now, how robust is that character creator?
Not as robust as Toriyama's character creation. Just take it or leave it as you wish, but he's got 2 good noses, and then
and the rest.
I don't know why Dimps is like, let's just throw in some like human ass looking noses in this game. Like, it looks so weird. I don't think anyone chooses them.
No, I wouldn't think so. Here's the thing. So when I first started up this game, title screen, already served an ad on the bottom that's like, maybe you should purchase Xenoverse 2. And I'm like, first of all, game on Steam, you know that I already own this on Steam. 2, since this game is out on everything that like Xenoverse 2 already is, they should have had the ability to import my character from Xenoverse 2.
Whoa, dude.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that would moot the whole idea of this game where you're just a regular human.
I guess, but like at least give me the option to just be like, oh, what if the person was just
if he was human? Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, it is character customization. Yeah, I like that idea. That would have been cool.
Yeah, but it's not very in depth for character creation. Like you said, there's a couple of good noses, and you choose a couple of eyes, like 8 different hairstyles. I wish
they were more like chill eyes. There's just like 1 or 2 chill eyes, and then the rest are just angry.
Oh yeah,
like, can I just be a regular? But yeah, we should also say this game is $20, so you don't expect too much. But I think for $20, it's pretty damn robust.
True, that was pretty surprising when they showed it off, and I was like, oh, I mean, that's interesting. They've got a different idea than just a regular like arena fighter or traditional fighter, and they're like, no, it's only 20, and I'm like,
they could have totally charged 60 for this, and I still would have bought it like a fucking punk. And
don't say that, because then they'll do that for the Breakers too. They're like, oh, it's the same game, but charging 3 times the price. Same game,
yeah. No. It's the price that it needs to be. I mean, they charge, I think, like 80 or 90 for the collector's edition that comes with the little cell figure. And me as a figure collector, man, I'm tempted to I'm still tempted. I need to look online and see if other people have done like unboxings and reviews of the figure, because if it's like some cheap little looking thing, probably not. But it does look kind of cool in the pictures, so maybe.
Right. And there is a deluxe version that comes with some extra character like
not worth it. It comes with like Android 18's like emotes, which emotes are completely stupid because you can only use them in the 10 seconds before the game loads, and the game loads so quickly that in the 10 seconds it's just gone. If you can emote during gameplay, fine, but you can't.
I think you can. I thought I brought up that option when I was playing the other day.
Did you? I think there are like 2 different ones. There's like one that like has 4 designated. There's stamps. There's 4 automated messages like look over here, and then there's badges, not whatever they're called, but just like it's like a picture of Goku like waving hello, one of Krillin screaming I need help, and like that's your way of like signaling to the people that can't hear you like, hey, I need your help. I need you to revive me or something like that. But no one ever looks at that. That's another part of the gameplay.
I know I didn't use it because
no.
It's just maybe it would help, especially if I'm.
It's mostly used for the Dragon Ball stamp, but that one actually is pretty helpful. Like people spam that, like, "Hey, I'm the one to be collecting the Dragon Ball, so give me all your balls, and I'll be the collector."
Okay.
But besides that, nothing really too useful.
Yeah.
That's why we need voice chat. That's what I'm saying. We need to like play this together.
So for your character, when you go into the gameplay, you can put in some equipment and things like a grappling hook and smoke bombs.
Yeah,
and stuff.
That's the cool aspect. Oh, so I guess we should say if you don't know what kind of game this is, I'm sure you do, but it's like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, where it's 7 or 8 players. There's one bad guy called a raider, and then the 7 civilians that are other real people. And we're just trying to cleanse the area, the timeline. So there are 5 or so different quadrants from A to E, and you're supposed to look around and collect a key that's in each area. You're supposed to find them in these boxes. When you find them, you then place them in the area, and then if you do all 5 or whatever's left, then it summons up the cleanser in the middle of the stage, and it's you have to like set it up, I guess. Like, it set it up automatically, but then you can actually go to it and manually boost it so it loads up faster. And then if you do, you successfully win. The raider can also destroy it or destroy you. That kind of game. I could probably get more into it during gameplay stuff, but just to get a general idea of what the game kind of is. Yeah.
No.
Running away from the monster, basically.
Yeah, so that's why you would have these equipment things like a grappling hook or a smoke bomb, is so that way when the raider finds you, you can boogaloo out of there before they murder you.
Get the heck out of there quick, yeah. Throw a smoke bomb down and then use your zip line to, traverse very far. You can also transform into like the DBZ characters we know. Like kind of they're you, but a variant of like Vegeta. So you're dressed like Vegeta, and you have kind of Vegeta's face. Yeah. But it's still your like eyes and nose and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So it's kind of funny looking.
It's weird that you don't transform into them. You actually just become yourself, but
Yeah,
just cosplaying.
I kind of like that. But yeah, it's like exactly. It's like you're cosplaying. That's exactly what it looks like. It's so funny. So you use that and you can like escape. Even you need to like confront the enemy or escape.
Yep. And all these characters that should also say it's like a gacha game where you have to like draw characters.
There's that element. Yes. So like it's definitely a gacha game where you collect tickets to then use to summon 10 characters at a time or one character at a time, and each character gives you it's like a new skin you can use for when you transform. You can pick up to 3 characters to transform into during the game, and you collect energy to level up. You start at level 0 and you can go all the way to level 4 by collecting these, I should say up to level 3 with these orbs, only level 4 by summoning Shenron. But you collect them, and if you reach level 1, you can transform into your level 1 character, level 2, you transform into level 2, etc. And gotcha. So with the gacha system, each new character you summon, they have new abilities, there's just the aesthetic part of it where they have new clothes and new hairdos or whatever, but then their special abilities like the Kamehameha or the Spirit Bomb, depending on which Goku you summon, and then some of them come with passive abilities that like let you, what was one? I think if you summon Trunks, he has a passive ability where if you press R3 you can slide. So like if you're on a hill and you're going down, you can slide to go down faster, because that's what this game is all about. You're just a regular human running around, so any way you can boost your speed the better. And like Randy said earlier, there's like grappling hooks, and when you use them they have a cooldown of like 45 or 60 seconds, so it's all about that. Like there's a Vegeta you can summon that his ability, one of his perks is that he has a Saiyan space pod you can summon, and that'll come down from the sky. You summon it, comes down from the sky, you get in it, and you can go anywhere else in the map. You can like run. It's a good way to run away from the raider. It's a good way to just like go to a new area completely because you've already taken all the items away from this area. It's pretty cool, but it has a really big cooldown because it's such an overpowered kind of skill, so that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it works for the survivors, but I don't have any experience as a raider, but can you explain how being a raider works?
Yeah, it is overpowered as hell. Like, I don't understand. It's overpowered when I don't use it. When I'm the one using it, I'm like a little ant. Like I'm getting teamed up on by all these humans. Like, what am I doing differently? But you start out like, say, each one. It's kind of cool too, because as each one, say as Cell, you start out as Cell's larva form. And basically you can't really attack in that form, but your energy, he has the same thing where he goes from level 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so it's larva, first form Cell, second form Cell, and then perfect Cell. But as larva you can't attack, but you're running around the same area. It puts you away from the other survivor characters so that you don't really run into each other immediately. But your main goal is to run around and look for civilians, not the human survivors, but like actual like NPC civilians that are just kind of cowering in the corners of caves. And so when the Cell larva finds them, he absorbs them, and then it boosts up his level to reach level 1. Once he does that and reaches level 1, he transforms into first form Cell, which then can fly and traverse a lot more easier and actually attack the survivors.
Gotcha.
And so the level system is pretty important, because if Cell is level 1, but then there's one of the survivors is level 2, they can kind of overpower that level 1 Cell and kind of like take them on, and like kind of, because you can also kill the raider. That's a way to win too, is to kill him. But really, when the survivor's character transforms to one of the characters to be able to fight him, it only lasts like, I feel like 10 seconds. For me, every time I do it, it's like 5 seconds, but it's supposed to be like 10 seconds. The more like special Kamehamehas or whatever you use, it depletes your energy of how long it lasts.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you're able to do that. But like, and also the raider defeating human survivors and taking their energy boost up your energy to then level yourself up to level 2, level 3, level 4. Majin Buu's is pretty cool because you start out as Spopovich, and then you're like, you have that little, what is the thing that
like the Kiri thing that you stab into a person and you
that little
drain
thing
their energy.
that they stab Gohan with. Like, you have that, and you're basically going around getting civilians or the survivors, taking their energy, and then you transform into, or not, I don't know, I've never seen the transformation, I've never been Buu, but I'm assuming you like bring it back to maybe the Buu's egg, and then it summons Buu, and it goes to Buu level, or not Buu level 2, like level 3, it's Super Buu, and then Kid Buu is the final form of that. Frieza's is what you'd expect: first form, second form, third form, final form. It's their passive abilities that are pretty cool though, because Frieza's passive, he can send out Zarbon and Dodoria kind of like as sentries. So like he just looks at an area, he sends them out, and they kind of hover around there. So if a survivor walks around, they'll attack him, and then that'll alert you as Frieza. Oh, there's a survivor over there, because the raider can't really sense energy. They have an ability, I think, that they can use to like be able to sense it for a short amount of time, but it's not very precise. As long as the survivors are careful and like still like taking cover behind mountains or whatever, the raider has to physically see you most of the time. I feel like I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get much. It's kind of hard to be the raider because it's a long wait list, basically. Right. You can choose your preference to be the raider, but everyone wants to be the raider, so it's just luck of the draw whether you're going to be him or not. But the game does keep track of how many times you were not the raider. So like by the 5th or 6th or 7th time, it'll give you more priority because you've been waiting the longest to be a raider.
Gotcha.
But because I sucked so bad as a raider the first time I played, I'm like, I don't. This is not for me. There's definitely people out there that are like, oh no, I like being survivors, and some people are like, no, I like being the raider. I'm definitely a more survivor type. But I tried being a raider before I hopped on this podcast, but no luck.
So when you start the game, there is sort of a tutorial on how the game works. Like Trunks is showing you around and things. Is there a tutorial or a practice mode where you can try being the raider so you can kind of get a feel for the role?
I guess there must be. Yeah, I've always just jumped directly to online match. But when you make a room, there's other options. I think there must be. I don't look like this. I didn't look at them, but I'm pretty sure it's like practice mode and then story mode. But I just straight go to online because that's the main appeal. But yeah, you're right. I probably should try and check that out to get a better feel. But I feel like I get the idea of what to do. It just feels like I'm just crap. But also the raider can level up per match, so it's not just like within the game, but it's like, so if you both I guess can level up, but your human character doesn't gain any extra abilities from leveling up. You just get more coins and tickets to be able to summon more characters. But the actual raider does level up in a sense that you can lower his cooldown speed of like how much energy you get from civilians, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
So the more you play, the better you are raider-wise. So that's kind of scary. So I'm still like level 2 or something as a raider when I'm going up against level 50 raiders when I'm a survivor.
Yeah. I want to circle back to that gacha mechanic. I don't recall when I went in there to go summon characters. Is there a way to spend real-world money, or is it only stuff that you...
Absolutely.
Okay.
This wouldn't be 2022 if it wasn't... It wouldn't be a gacha system if there was no way to spend real money. You can spend real money in the clothes shop, I think, is where you would buy it. But it's called like TP points. Oh, I guess Time Patrol points. That's what I didn't put the two together just now because I didn't care enough to think about. I'm not spending any money. Who cares what that TP stands for? But you gain TP through playing the game, as well as you can actually just buy the TP, and then you convert the TP into summon tokens, or because they give you like the option, like any gacha system, there's like 20 kinds of currency. It's so confusing. But there's obviously Zenny, and there's the TP points, and then
there's the tickets. There's two different kinds.
There's so many. No, there's a million different kind of tickets, like depending on like which banner it lets you use. So that's also confusing. But you can definitely buy, and it seems so overpriced. So not worth it. But I mean, you can justify it by saying I only spent $20 in the game, so why not spend another $20 here? But
true.
I don't know. Hey, more power to you if you have the means and you want to do it. And it's a lot. I see the appeal because right now I think this is like a season they're going through, and I think if you complete the season, like get all the way to like level 50 or whatever, you can unlock the farmer with the shotgun skin. So you could be him as a survivor. That'd be pretty dope.
I like that he is the top tier one that you can get.
Yes. He's the biggest prize you can get.
He's getting his due finally.
Yeah. I guess it'll be more lucrative once more characters are released to be summoned, more like Super Saiyan variants and other characters. They're definitely purposely doing it like it's all the base form characters. No Super Saiyans yet are introduced. Not that I imagine they'd be like stronger in a sense that their punches do more, but just like different skill sets and just looking cooler.
Right.
Because then that would make the gacha system so unbalanced, I guess. But
yeah, absolutely. It seems like at least a lot of the stuff, like, well, I guess there are passive abilities and the equipment and stuff can be, advantageous. But I was like, there's a lot of customization stuff, and I feel like, is that where the money is going? So then it's not pay to win, it's just pay to look cool, which is fine, but it
no,
is, you are pulling
it does feel kind of
characters, so.
pay to win because of all the passive abilities that these characters have. The more characters, like right now in like I said in my PS5 version, I unlocked Tenshinhan. He had a solar flare. I don't have that in my Steam version, so I'm so used to being able to use that to get away from the raider really quickly, but I don't have it. So it does, because it's not just cosmetic, that makes it pay to win.
True. Okay.
Or pay to advantage, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. So, if it's all right if we move on to talk about the presentation of this game.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so visuals. It's very clear these are just the Xenoverse 2 models. For like all of the characters and everything.
It feels like it too, where it's kind of floaty and every step. I keep referring back to like Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda. Like that feels like it has weight to it. It feels nice and like solid. Like every step you take, you feel like you're actually stepping on the world. Whereas these kind of Xenoverse games, and this game particularly, like it just feels like you're kind of like floating across. But I guess you're like a superhuman that like jumps 10 feet in the air. So it kind of makes sense. But I don't know. I like games with weight,
Yeah, there's definitely not a realistic sense to it. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are pulled from Xenoverse 2, the character models themselves, some animations, like I had like the Kaioken burst or whatever, which I was like, okay, this is just like the dash from Xenoverse 2, the same aura effect and everything.
Like, just because it is that doesn't mean it looks bad. It does look good.
I'm just say that it's very apparent that this is a budget game and that they just did some asset recycling from previous projects.
Yeah. I mean, that's genius on their part, I think.
Yeah, time saver, money saver. So that worked. I mean, why break what isn't, or why fix what ain't broken?
To give us a new kind of Dragon Ball game, I don't think they would have been able to have the budget to make a whole new asset for this kind of style of game. So I respect the move, Dimps.
Yeah, for sure. Audio. I first got this game, and day one I went in and I set all of my settings, and then I didn't play for a couple of weeks. And then when we jumped in, I was like, oh, did they even dub this? And
is that why you just forgot that you went back and
yeah, because I'd already
Japanese
set
preference?
Yep, exactly. So I was like, if it's a $20 game, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't dub it. But no, they did. So
they did it, because then we played with Tyson that time too, and he was like, no, I got Eric Vale up in my ear right now, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So however you want to listen to it, it's there. The music and sound effects, I don't really recall too much of the music, other than like the tense sounds when the raider is nearby and like you can hear your heartbeat.
Well, no, because I've been playing a lot more than you have. It is, the loading screen song is stuck in my head constantly on loop, and it's driving me crazy. And it's not anything special. It's just it's
something heroic and adventurous.
Yeah, just very basic, very bare bones, which doesn't really matter. But the audio is very important gameplay-wise. You do kind of want to play with headphones, because the way you, as a survivor, know the raider is close is you can hear his heartbeat.
Or your heartbeat, because you're terrified.
Oh, right, yeah, I guess that'd be dumb if you heard that. Yeah, your own heartbeat.
I can hear Cell's heartbeat.
I can hear Cell's heartbeat. He's so hungry.
Me, Jeff from West City, I can hear Cell's heartbeat. Oh, that's good. And sound effects, I think it's pretty much everything, just, again, from Xenoverse 2, which, I mean, hey, again, it works. That's fine. But yeah, I couldn't really remember any of the music, so I'm glad that there's at least one track that's stuck in your head perpetually.
Yeah, and the visuals, you can tell they kind of try their best to, because like I said, there are like 5 or so different quadrants within each world. And so like one area is like the desert, one is the city, one is the mountain. So it's really nice how they kind of made it all fit into one world.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it looks nice for what it is.
Yeah, for a budget, like, asymmetrical survival co-op game, it looked, it's fine. And again, like, this is such a different Dragon Ball game than that we're used to. It feels kind of like a passion project / experiment, maybe, just to be like, this is popular, so let's give it a try and see if it fits with our IP.
Yeah, I've been begging for a game like this for years. I've been ever since I think the Budokai Tenkaichi games specifically were coming out, I'm like, I'm done with fighting games. I want something new. Like I always want like a sports Dragon Ball game. Like that'd be incredible. Like where like the basketball field or football field is like 10 times the size of regular because of how fast they can fly and everything. Something like that'd be awesome. But this is close enough for me. This is a nice attempt.
So let's talk about the experience playing it. I played it one night with you and our buddy Tyson. But you have played a lot more. You played the betas. You've been playing tonight.
I am level 35 right now at the
Holy
point of
shit.
recording. Yeah,
Wow.
buddy.
How far away? How far away are you from getting Tension Han now on the Steam version?
Oh god, like super far away because you gain tickets so slow. Like you gain one
right. I thought it
one
was
ticket per like 5 levels you level up. You get one ticket. And then you finally get 10 tickets and you summon and then you don't get anyone you want. And I was like, oh wow, great, waste of all that time. It's that kind of thing that makes you want to spend money, but
yeah, I was gonna say,
really.
Man, then if you don't like it, just spend some more money.
Nah, I don't. That's like the middle ground where like I want more characters, but I don't love the game enough to invest in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the game isn't fun. Like I have a good time with it sometimes. So, I mean, like any game where it's like multiplayer, you're like that was a great match, and then this wasn't a great match, and it's just. But I would say I have fun with it most of the time.
Yeah, and the matches aren't too crazy long. They can be, pretty short. So
I think there's a 15-minute cap on it. So
okay, that's not so bad. If you just want to dip in and have a really quick experience, you can do that, and that's pretty good. We played with friends that one time. How is it playing with randos?
Better.
Better than playing with friends? Oh,
they're not holding me down. Yeah.
Here it goes.
I mean, it's weird. It was just, as soon as you and Tyson logged off, I did way better. So I don't know.
To be fair,
if you guys were holding me back or.
To be fair, that was both of our first times playing, and you had sunk hours into it before. So
yeah, but I mean, there's just a basic principle of what to do, and I didn't. When I was watching you guys, you weren't doing anything too bad. So I don't know. Maybe I'm the weakest link when I play with randos, and they just like are carrying me.
They're elevating you and carrying you.
Yeah. They're using grappling hooks every 10 seconds, even though the limit is 30 seconds. I don't know how they're doing it, but yeah, no. It's super fun to be able to go toe-to-toe with the raider when it's like a nice back and forth. But most of the time for me, I don't know what it was like for you, but when the raider found you and like attacked you, did you feel helpless?
I felt helpless and scrambling to try to get away. I'm like, no, this is the end of me, because there's.
I still feel that way, and it's because when the raider finds you, they either like melee you if they're close enough, or they shoot a beam at you, like just a regular key blast, so you can just spam it. Hits you, you automatically transform into your character, whatever level you're at, and so you can use it to attack the raider. But like I said, it's not very advantageous unless you gang up on him as a team of like at least 2 or 3 or more. Usually the move is to just run, to fly away. But you fly as fast as the raider does, so it's like you gotta outmaneuver him to like hide behind mountains and buildings, so that he loses track of you. I can never seem to lose track of my raiders, so it's just like I'm running. You can even use your grappling hook as when you're transformed, and that gets you around even quicker. But like you're such in a panic that you're like, okay, I'm aiming my grappling hook to over there. Fuck, I missed. It's not going there. Oh, I only used my grappling hook for about 10 feet. And now the raider is going to get me. I feel like it's very underbalanced, because when you do fight the raider, I feel like he can just kind of like break out of like a shield and then just like start punching you again. He needs to punch you twice, and you're back to being your regular human and then dead again. Like it's. I don't feel like it's fair. The fighting mechanic of it isn't robust. It doesn't feel great. It's just like you kind of spam square, but then he just spams square better, so then it just like knocks you back. It's like, okay, let me try and run away then. Nope, he's just using a key blast at you, and then he knocks you back, and you're down again. That sucks. But then it's nice when your teammates come and like revive you. Yeah, because you find items throughout the map as you're looking for energy, as you're looking for the keys. You can also find Dragon Balls. You can find shields,
rocket launchers.
You can find rocket launchers. Yeah, you can find Vegeta's gloves that let you do a Gallic gun when you find it. Which I feel like the rocket launcher is way more advantageous. Beams in this game suck, dude. Like it's this game. This kind of like a 3D environment isn't meant for Dragon Ball Z beams, no matter what game, like Xenoverse or whatever, because the character that's the victim can just sidestep like 1 inch and then he dodges the beam. Like it's not hard to dodge a beam in this kind of game. So yeah, I don't know. You get what I mean?
Yeah, they should make all beams like Final Flash, where it just spreads out super wide and just keeps going. Yeah,
that's why I have Krillin as my like top tier, like my level 3 character, because one of his special attacks is just a barrage of ki blasts, so it like spreads out. And so now I'm definitely gonna hit him with one of these at least.
That makes sense.
because it's annoying because with people that summon the dragon, so you find all 7 Dragon Balls, one person has to collect them. So if you find one and someone else finds like 3, you would drop yours in front of that person and he would pick it up, and then he takes it to a summoning station, summons it, and there are 2 options you can choose to summon, but everyone just always goes for the I want to be stronger one, and that just gets you to level 4, because you can only reach to level 3 on your own. You can only reach level 4 by summoning Shenron. So he turns you into a level 4 character. And then, so you can kick the Raider's ass. Usually, the more the Raider hits you, your energy depletes, and then that's your energy and your time limit of how you are for that character. But it's extended a lot in level 4, so you basically could beat the Raider if you turn level 4. But I see a lot of level 4s going up to the Raider and just spamming a Kamehameha or whatever beam they have, and it just keeps missing, and that uses up a lot of energy. And so he's just using it like 5 times, and then he's back to a regular human again, and then he just lost the entire match, like because he missed every single time because the character just sidestepped. It's ridiculous, like things like that. I hate that aspect of it. It's cool in theory, but it sucks in actual play.
What's the other option? Because the only time I saw it used was to be stronger. You don't know? Okay.
No, I played it to level 35, and no one's ever used the other options. I don't know. Maybe that's just like heal everyone or something, but it seems like it's not worth anyone's time, so I don't know.
Right. I mean, I suppose at that point late game, you're just kind of like, this is our shot if I can kill them, but also you're probably not gonna. So
yeah, I gotta look into that and see. I'm curious, and I'm gonna be the guy that chooses the other one. I've never been the one to summon Shenron, so I don't know.
Maybe that's the secret. You got to do the other one, the one that doesn't seem like it's the best choice.
I'm always the sensible one. Like, oh, okay, you have 2 Dragon Balls. Let me drop this in front of you. When then some people start getting greedy. Like, no, I have 2, and I have 2. You drop it. But of course, there's no communication, so it's just like we're just spamming the badge that's like the Dragon Ball image. Like, gimme. Like, it's like, just one of you drop it. Who cares?
Right. Oof. So closing thoughts, overall impressions, Doug, what do you think about this game?
With all the frustration I have with it, it's still a lot of fun. I think it's still a fun $20 game to just kind of pop in and play a few matches with. And I really want, like I said, I really want to play with actual friends so we can communicate while we play. I think that'll be way more fun, especially with one of us being the Raider. That'd be even way more fun. Just like dodging him, like kind of coaxing him, like, you can't get me, Randy. Come over here. I'm hiding over here. Psych, I'm over there. It's just the banter of it. I feel it'd be great.
Yeah, for sure. I've only played it the one time, and I liked it. I do want to play more, but I'm not sure how much time I'll set aside to do that.
Right. Yeah, I get the impression that I'm in the minority where I'm really enjoying this as opposed to everyone else, but I don't know. It's just a nice breath of fresh air to play a new kind of Dragon Ball game.
I think that's the big thing. It's nice to have a breath of fresh air. It's cool to see new game styles for this IP, whether it's just because somebody on the development team was like, this would be cool, or just let's chase a trend. But either way.
I mean, I think that's what it is. It's just Dead by Daylight, Dragon Ball Z skinned.
But seeing it is cool, and I think that either over time it'll get better, or maybe they'll be like, all right, well, we have better ideas, but we can't just implement them in a patch, so let's do the Breakers 2. But
no, this seems like a very much Fortnite-y kind of thing where it's just going to keep going.
It's just the one thing.
Yeah, because they've already introduced the words like seasons or whatever, so they're like, we're on season 1, so there's definitely plans to release more characters. I think the next season or whatever they're going to call it, they're going to introduce Ozaru Vegeta, so that'll be interesting as how that'll play out, because of course that's a huge character, but these other Raiders are just kind of tiny villains, so I don't know.
Right.
I'm interested. Like, this game is going to go places. People are saying, when Goku Black is introduced, that'll be an awesome Raider to be as.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this game it's definitely here to stay. And I think they don't need to implement too much of their budget to keep it going. It's just going to be an easy, like, gacha system, Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle or Legends kind of style game. And I'm still on that Dokkan grind.
Yeah.
I've actually taken a break from that, luckily. I'm like, I've broken free, but for now.
Right. For now, so you can spend that time and everything in a different environment for it.
I'm thinking I want to try beating the Raider more, because it's kind of cool how Majin Buu has, when you reach level 3 in your Super Buu, you can suck everyone up, no matter where they are on the map, into your body. And the way for the survivors to escape is to find the encased Fat Buu in his stomach and then rip him out of the thing, like in the anime manga.
That is
it's
cool.
like it's cool ideas. Like, and I appreciate that each villain has their own like quirk. It's awesome.
It's not just a reskin of just be like, well, I'm going to be the Raider, but I want to look like Frieza or whatever. They all have their own different mechanics.
It does feel like this is a passion love project that someone that was a real fan did. It's not someone just checking off a list of, okay, we have this. No, let's put some thought into whatever we can do. And
right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I respect it for that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll play some more, and we might bring it up again down the road, because it's like I said, it's an interesting new take on Dragon Ball, and it's just a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, when I'm level 200, we'll come back and see.
Yeah, we'll talk
if I'm better at the game.
The legendary.
Maybe I'm playing the game wrong, and it's going to take a while for me to understand. But
we'll come back to you when you are the legendary survivor.
Yes.
Or the Raider. Maybe you're just a dick and you're the one that picks Raider all the time.
My whole persona will change, and I'm just been an asshole from now on. Like, no, I like being feared. Like, you'll see, like, Doug 2.0.
Yeah.
I don't want to be feared. I want to be loved.
You're too lovable to be feared.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
You're welcome. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with other people's thoughts.
Sounds good.
And we're back, and we've got a thought from the Twitters, from our friend D-Boy at Tekkaman Blade, who says, I'm really enjoying the game so far. Playing as a Raider is fun, but I truly like being a survivor more. With a good group, it's a very balanced experience. I'm a little worried about the DLC plans being tied to the in-game currency, but what's here now has been a real treat.
Yeah. Yeah, I fear that too, but at the same time, I've played a lot of games that are like this with currency, and I never really spend money on them. Mm-hmm. Just don't look at my Genshin Impact history, but yeah.
You gotta get those waifus.
Yeah, man, they're fucking fine. I've only spent like $15 on Genshin, I think. Oh, I think it's Dokkan that I spent more money on. That's what it is. So maybe I am wrong. Maybe I should be scared. Maybe where's my wallet? Let me hide that right now.
Put that away. Unlink.
Dokkan Battle.
Yeah. I think it's very interesting here that D-Boy says that they like playing as a Raider, but they enjoy being a survivor more. Because I think that, from what you talked about, everybody tries to be the Raider, and that seems like that's the one you really want to do. But
no, like I said, there's different. I think just personality wise, people are just like, no, I'm more of a Raider guy, and or I'm more of a survivor guy. So it's just depending on what you like to do. Because I've seen those kind of people in like Dead by Daylight. Like, no, I like being Jason more than, or I like being the survivor more. So it's just your type of gameplay style you like to do. I'm not a pursuer, so I don't like pursuing as a Raider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, now I just wish that I could mod in the song Super Survivor from Budokai Tenkaichi 3 / Sparking Meteor.
This is my first PC game, so I don't know what the capabilities are with modding, but I'm going to say you can do anything you want to, Randy.
I'm going to guess that's pretty limited considering there's anti-cheat involved, so I'm sure it's like, well, now you can't log in and play online.
When I turn the game on, the first thing I see is like, oh, it's powered by anti-cheat. I'm like, oh, what is that? Every game have that? I don't know, but
all of the Bandai games use easy anti-cheat, which is annoying because I know that somebody in the Discord that I'm in was like, oh, hey, does the Breakers work on the Steam Deck? And I took a look, and I'm like, yeah, it launches. Can't get into a game because they have not enabled anti-cheat to work on Linux. So you're effed. The game plays, just can't actually play the game. So
interesting. Well,
yeah, but it is what it is. Yep.
You said it.
Yeah. But that's cool, and that's actually going to wrap us up. I don't have any trivia unless Doug wants to grill me randomly.
No, I'm not going to trivia you on the game. What is? Nope, I don't have any trivia. I was going to say something about Breakers, but I got nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
What is Quadrant D in the main map?
There's their default one? Because you always just select what preference, so I didn't think there was
there's just a default one with like Freeza spaceship.
I don't know, West City?
Wow, you got it right. All right, you're the Dragon Ball guy. You're the Breaker guy now. You win.
Boom! I am the Breaker man.
That's the only like one I know too. Is like, oh, D is that one because it stands out the most out of all the worlds.
Dang! I should have thrown out like a Fortnite one.
I should say if you haven't played the game either, there's another way to escape. Is that if the Raider destroys the machine in the middle, the cleansing machine in the middle, then time machines pop up throughout all the quadrants, and you can like run to it and like escape. You don't successfully win the match, but you successfully escaped. So there's that cool aspect of it. I just thought I should say.
Kind of a draw sort of situation.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I win most of my matches. Just like, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Well, thank you everybody for listening. We love interacting with you and keeping you in the conversation, talking about our favorite franchise in the ding dang world. You can tweet at us. You can tweet at us at We Got a Pod. You can email us at wegotapod@gmail.com.
Thank you to Rifti Beach for letting us use this track, Kakarot theme hip hop track remix. You can find it and other great tracks by Rifti on his SoundCloud. We also want to shout out our sponsors. Thank you for the money, the zenny. Randy, where can they find us?
You can find me at Saber_Breaker on Twitter. I'm also, I don't know, things are going on. I'm at Saber_Breaker. I think Saber_Breaker on Tumblr. And
I was just kidding. No way.
No, and then also now I'm doing the Reddit thing. Like things are going wild, so I'm just like, what can I do to replace Twitter? So now I'm on.
Oh yeah, maybe you don't want to follow Randy.
Tumblr, Reddit, and then I use an app called Feedly just to like read news and stuff for like
gross
the shit that I like.
Gross. You can find me as Jabaz Doug on most platforms.
Heck yeah! Don't forget. Yes. Still doing other podcasts. Well, I guess the one which is
the one for now.
Revolutionary podcast Utena, where me and a buddy watch Revolutionary Girl Utena. I've seen it before. He hasn't, and we watch it and we talk about it. We're almost done. I believe we've only got like 3 more episodes that are going to come out, and that'll be the whole series in the movie. So
I hear that's a good show. I hear it from you mostly, but yeah, I hear it's a good show.
It fucks.
It does fuck. Are you done with Gurren Lagann?
Yes, I just finished that last week. I just have per our buddy Ken, I should watch the second movie, which is a compilation that also has a whole bunch of extra stuff. So
I need to watch that too. So
it's pretty good, man.
I love the final episode though. I don't know if we should talk because spoilers, but who hasn't seen Gurren Lagann yet except for freaking losers?
Me until last week.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like what I loved. Did you love the ending as much as I loved the ending?
I mean, I didn't love the series as much as I think everybody does, but I liked it.
I'm not talking about it as a whole. I just mean the final punch. The final punch, basically. That's
what I mean. Emotional punch or the actual physical punch in this fight?
No, the physical. You're so emotional already. I just mean when the intro music kicks in from the entire series, when they use that in the show. I love when series do that, and then it's like, oh my god, is he gonna go from humongous to small? Like me, as when I first watched him, like, oh my god, is he doing it? He's gonna do it. He's doing it. Oh my god, that will always be like my fondest memory of anything in my life is like being like, is this gonna happen? Oh my god, it's happening! Like I love that. I need to rewatch that show.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. But if you like what you've been listening to here, please go ahead and subscribe to the show. If you want to help us out even more, write a review to tell your Dragon Ball buddies about our show. And we'll catch you next time.
Later.